It's been a long time since I've been, I think, as proud of a football team as I am tonight. We fly across the country. These folks bring us in here for their homecoming. Winning football games is always hard. We get off to a slow start. We look up and our back's against the wall right away. And I didn't think anybody panicked. I was so proud of our players. They battled. Our coaches made great adjustments at halftime. Just a really, really good this is a really good win for our program. For us to be 3-1 right now, banged up going into the open week. I really feel like we're taking some good steps in the right direction. Very proud of our quarterback. I thought he sort of took the game on his shoulders. He ran the ball very effectively at times. He managed the clock. He managed the game. He was very accurate. Just really across the board. But I can't say enough about coming out of the second half and really taking control of the game.
You mentioned the offense and how well they did. They got off to a solid start, but it was both field goals early in the game. And then, of course, the defense gave up a couple of big plays early in the contest. What was the message when you guys got behind from your coaching staff and for you?
Well, it was just, the biggest thing on the defensive side was to limit those big plays, to eliminate them. We also throw an interception down there going in. So we had a lot of adversity. And, as a coach, you hate to have that much adversity, but sure is nice to see your team respond. And boy, did they ever respond tonight. Again, get on an airplane, bring 100 people over here and battle. And with our backs against the wall, dug ourselves a ditch early, and we fought our way out of it. To me, this is where young people, young men, this is where we get better, situations like this.
Coach, total offensive yards for both teams, over 1,000 yards. Talk about the defense and how well they really changed up after halftime. They only allowed 7 points in the second half. The defense stepped up tonight.
Yeah, there's no question. Yeah, we knew we were in for a long night with number 27. Their running back's a very good player, and so that proved to be true. And we just really kind of had to regroup and get a few more eyes focused on him and focused in that backfield. We put our secondary at a little more risk, but I was proud of Coach Nix, our defensive staff, and I thought they did a great job making adjustments. At halftime, same thing with our offensive staff. I don't know, we didn't punt the ball till late much. It was just a really, really good game. I don't know how many penalties we had tonight.
Just 3, I believe. Three for 30 yards.
Yeah, again, we're really playing clean. That one turnover was unfortunate, but my hat's off to our coaching staff. The way we've got these kids playing, certainly not perfect, but when we go out and turn it over only one time and have 3 penalties, that's 4 weeks in a row we've only had, I think, 3 penalties. So we're doing something right with these guys, and like I said, I haven't been this proud of a football team in some time.
The other guy that really seemed to make a difference, you mentioned Bo Allen, the other guy that had big chunk plays, and he's got 3 games. He's had 4 games as a Texan. 3 of those are over 100-yard games. It was Jaden Smith. He made he's a big guy. We've seen him go up at High Point, but we also saw he has some wheels as well. You mentioned that. We hadn't got a chance to see it yet. How much a difference did he make on this game?
Yeah, those big plays were huge. We have a very good receiving core. Bo's doing a good job. And the good things we've got about 4 guys that take the majority of the snaps, and Bo does a good job spreading the ball around. And so, we thought we had a really good game plan offensively for these guys. And when we show up, we kick it off, and the ball's kicked off, and we receive. We get our first snap from the line of scrimmage. They are 180 degrees opposite of what they've done all year long. So they've been a man-free team, 4-man front, almost exclusively the entire season. So they made a wholesale change defensively, and that's from my standpoint, that's a compliment. They were really concerned about what we were doing.
Let me ask you this, too. We've talked a lot about the passing game. You guys picked up 270 yards on the ground. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that offensive line and Darrell Kelly, who had his first career over 100 yards game, had 161 yards on 21 carries. How big was the offensive line, not just running the ball but protecting for the pass as well?
Yeah, well, they went all in to stop our passing game, and so they played a big umbrella coverage and they played a three-man front, and so they asked us to run the ball. And so, unlike a year ago, people would do that to us, and we weren't able to run the ball well enough to go and get a win. But you run the ball for 270 yards, as we did tonight, we're going to win a lot of games.
Get a chance this week to recover a little bit. You'll get a bye week, and then you'll do it again and head back out on the road for Southern Utah. How big's the win going into a bye week, and what does it mean to get a little time off? Well,
it's huge. We're going to try to stay on schedule. We're going to take a few days off. We're going to meet the guys and work tomorrow. We're going to let them have their normal day off, but we're going to go ahead and get to work on our next opponent, and really try to be in tip-top shape, as we go out there to Utah. But it's going to be not having to play next Saturday will be huge in terms of getting healthy and getting a few guys back. We're banged up.
Well, Coach, you may be banged up, but you pulled it through 3-1. Congratulations, and we appreciate talking to you. And go enjoy the win.
Thank you very much.